When was Phil Heath's gut at its best? When was his girth at maximum capacity? And I know, it's kind of mean. But you know what? Compared to other channels, I'm a fucking angel. So just sit back and relax and enjoy the comedy. Phil Heath 2014, he brought that gut. And Louis Marco, everybody in the YouTube land, the internet world, were pointing the finger at that big belly, that Cassis belly. But look who's pointing the finger. It's the 2017 Phil Heath. And you know what? I think between the two of them, these girths were at maximum capacity. Which one was better? Or, more realistically, which version of Phil Heath was better? The 2014 or the 2017? Like I said, both at maximum capacity. We have buckets of chicken. I don't know, slaw, whale sauce, all kinds of food in there. Coagulating is exactly what I see for both versions, but once you go through the shots, Phil manages to still flex those abs in 2014. By 2017, it looked like he had lost all ab control. And like I said, I'm terrible. I'm awful. The poor guy had a hernia, but you have to step back again and look at it like, well, we're celebrating this guy's physique. He is in a position of the greatest physique, the best body. We're all looking at him. So if you do not see something like that, I mean, obviously we see it. We see it. So to talk about it, I really don't think it's that mean, as long as we are also complimentary on those big giant muscle legs. Look at the size of the legs in 2017. They look like they're much bigger than in 2014. But let's go through the poses and we'll find out. Wow. Look at, in particular now, that right quad of Fiddler's Phil in 2017. Now, the way he's striking the pose, I think he's doing all he can to flex those abs in 17. And you can see, he did this in 2013 too, I think. He didn't open up as much. He's just focused more on the arms and in the abs, you can see. And in 14, he's opened up. He's showing them. But what that does, he's letting her go in Tokyo, downstairs in the midsection. Look at that. Looks like one of those Teenage Mutant, the Ninja Turtles. He looks like one of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a cool look, I guess. You know, kids would have liked it. Oh, he's a Ninja Turtle. They would have thought it's cool. But having said that, to be more serious, he is opened up and he displays his silhouette a lot better. But I'd have to go with 2017. It's just a little bit much. He's a little bit too full. That's very full. Here's the front lat spread. Now, if you're not aware, guys, he was going through some issues here in 2017. Probably 14 as well, but more so in 17. As he dieted down, that hernia got worse and worse, and he probably couldn't even flex the chest. You can see he's kind of crouched in. He's not expanding himself open. And it really hurt his performance. But aside from that, the guy really had trained those wheels more than ever before. Unless there's some clay slapped on there, I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Of course, that's an even worse accusation than anything. But having said that, the quad does look huge, guys, doesn't it? Bulbousy. The chest striations for 14, you can see. Definitely, he's better in certain aspects. The background sucked, though, I can tell you that. Now, the side chest is one of those situations where you can't say, oh, he's better here. He has better hamstrings, obviously, 2014. But you can't say that. Like I said, he's sitting down on his hamstrings. Now, 2017, I don't know why he did that. Okay, from now on, I'm just going to say 17 instead of going through the 2000. I mean, that's a lot of time gone by just for one video, so we'll save ourselves some time there. For 17, he's standing up straight. You can see that. I don't know why he chose that. I think he was more formidable when he sits down on the hamstrings. Isn't he? Sizing also pretty difficult when it comes to that. Side tricep. Same situation here. He's sitting down. Although the hamstring's not that dominant. And in 2000, I see I did it again. And in 17 here, he's flexing his abs better. In 14, he's kind of letting her go, like I said, way down in Tokyo. The delt. The delt today, Junior. The delt is much better for 14. So, overall, I don't know. It's a tore up hernia versus a big Cassis. Cassises, baby, please. Here's the interesting part, the back. And again, he is holding his legs a little bit straighter for 2017. You can see his left quad, or his left leg altogether, it looks thicker for 14. But then look at the right one. Do you guys see that? That unusual bulbousy mound of a quad? That's unreal. That could be something in there. Now, back for back, I'm surprised. I thought 2017, I'm just going to say 2017, I thought he had the best back of all Phil Heath's. And he is a little bit better. Traps are a little bit bigger, but 14, he looks great too. Not a bad back. So take the midsection out of the equation for 14 and 17. To be honest with you there, Dan, this is probably the best showings, the two best showings of Phil Heath as far as the backs are concerned. Look at how dry and hamstringy he is. Here is the double by, the rear double by. And this is an even more, like I was saying just a second ago. Look at the left leg for 2014 and then switch to 17. Looks like it's half the size in 17. And then look at the other leg. That's weird. That's weird, Phil. Wonder what he did. Maybe he has a big fake leg that he switched, and maybe he's a robot. Just Ronnie was an alien, I know, I can tell you that. So maybe he was a robot, and he put the wrong leg, but he would have had to switch feet, because the right foot and I think the teardrops and stuff would be switched up too. Well, that makes me interested now. Turn around. No, the teardrops are proper here. Turn around for the abs and thigh. And this should be the serious question, the big question. Who has the better abs and thigh? Well, in my opinion, it's inconclusive. No, I'm just kidding. 2014 has a better midsection. I'll say it. He has better ab control. Hard to tell from this picture, but you take a close look and you can really see he does. And his belly button's a little bit longer. In 2017, you can see. I mean, that would probably be dangerous. What if somebody bumped into it or something? That would hurt. But again, look at the quad for 17. That is massive. It's not even the same as 14. Look at that. Unreal. So the big difference is, to me, I think his waist is a little bit wider for 17, but his lats are bigger. His wheels are much, much larger. But when it comes to Phil Heath, he was always premium stuff. It just took him to keep that midsection in control. And when it comes to an old torn up hernia, he really had nothing to do with it, or it was out of his control. You know what I mean? So to bad talk the guy to say, oh, he didn't diet or he didn't train properly, that would be one thing. You can get mad at people for that. If you ate a couple of Twinkies or a big bag of chips heading into an event, shame on you. But Phil, he didn't get into the cookies. It was his hernia, guys. So at the end of the day, that quad still sticks out in my mind. And it should for you fellers, too. Look at the size of that great big hunk of meat. What's that, 6, 7, 8 inches of meat? Raw? Telling you right now. And again, I'll preach to the highest mountain, or on the highest mountains, that 2014, his midsection was better. So if you're one of those pranksters or jokers, you turkeys, that are just here to make fun of Phil's midsection, 2017, he was a whale tank. He was a Cassis belly, because he couldn't control it. He was able to control it better in 2014. But I'm here to tell you, There is not too many, if any, except for maybe Coleman. Any bodybuilders that could have pulled this off. He pulled the PhD off, even with a midsection. And I left the other versions, 2020, 2018, I left them alone. He didn't win. You only should put the old microscope over top of somebody if they won. Because they're the Olympia champion. They have the best body, the best physique, you know. So, like I said, I don't think it's really that mean. And you can't feel too sorry for a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He don't miss any meals. He's got a nice car, nice shoes. You know what I mean? So you can't feel too bad for the guy. But he did have to go through all that stuff. And a lesser man would not have gone through what Phil Heath did. So say what you will. There's only a handful of characters on the face of this earth that had the guts and the fortitude to just say, I do it, I go in, and it doesn't matter if I fall down, I go through it, and then win the title, win his 7th title. And that's what he did for 2017. It was his last title, guys. Phil Heath, Domination, PhD. Phil Heath, hey, that's neat. Phil Heath, Domination, PhD. Have a great one, guys.